Black history. It ain't no mystery. Black history. It ain't no mystery. Black history. It ain't no mystery.
Thurgood Marshall, Mr. New School's Black History Spotlight. Civil rights activist, American lawyer, first Black Supreme Court Justice, Thurgood Marshall fits the bill. Born as Thurgood Marshall on July 2, 1908, in Baltimore, Maryland, to William and Norma Marshall, his father was a railroad porter and his mother was a teacher. His father would encourage critical thinking by debating at dinner about current events and court cases that he would take Thurgood and his brother to watch. Thurgood credits his father for turning him into a lawyer. Marshall was a good student and graduated a year early from Frederick Douglass High School in 1925. He went away to Pennsylvania for college at Lincoln University, a historically Black university. Thurgood would marry Vivian Buster Bray in 1929 and graduate cum laude in 1930 with a Bachelor of Arts degree in American Literature and Philosophy. Marshall would attend Washington, D.C.'s Howard University School of Law and graduate first in his class with a magna cum laude in 1933. That same year, he would start a private law practice in Baltimore. In 1934, Thurgood began to work for the Baltimore branch of the NAACP. Just a year later, in 1935, he would represent the organization alongside his mentor, Charles Hamilton Houston, in the case Murray v. Pearson, accusing the University of Maryland of denying Donald Gaines Murray, a Black applicant, admission to his law school because of race, which violated the 14th Amendment's guarantee of equal protection of the laws. On January 8, 1936, the court ruled that the university immediately integrate its student population. This would be Thurgood Marshall's first major civil rights case victory. In 1940, Thurgood won his first U.S. Supreme Court case, Chambers versus Florida. In 1946, he was awarded the Spingarn Medal by the NAACP. He would go on to argue many civil rights cases before the Supreme Court, including the historic Brown versus the Board of Education of Topeka, Kansas, which ruled in 1954 that separating children in public schools because of race was unconstitutional. Thurgood Marshall would ultimately win 29 of 32 cases he tried before the Supreme Court. In 1955, Marshall's wife Vivian died of cancer. Thurgood would later marry Cecilia Soyat, with whom he would have 2 sons. In 1961, President John F. Kennedy appointed Thurgood to the Second Circuit Court of Appeals. 4 years later, in 1965, President Lyndon B. Johnson would appoint him to occupy the office of the United States Solicitor General. Just 2 years later, in 1967, Thurgood Marshall would become the first Black Supreme Court Justice in the United States of America. He would hold the position for 24 years before retiring in 1991 due to health issues. Thurgood died of heart failure on January 24, 1993, and was laid to rest at Arlington National Cemetery in Arlington County, Virginia. He left a legacy rooted in racial justice and civil rights. He was a leader and a trailblazer. Thank you, Thurgood Marshall, for your contributions. Interesting fact about Thurgood Marshall. Shortly after Thurgood died in 1993, President Bill Clinton awarded Thurgood Marshall with the nation's highest civilian honor, the Presidential Medal of Freedom.
Black history. It ain't no mystery. Black history. It ain't no mystery. Black history. It ain't no mystery.